I think one of the biggest things was just the room to always be better. Kids were always playing pond hockey. You would go to practice for a couple hours and you go home and you'd eat dinner and you'd strap the skates on. You'd either head to the pond or the local rink. I was pretty fortunate to have a pond in the backyard, so I always had a crew of the fellow neighborhood kids coming over, play games in the backyard. But just that, no matter how good you were or weren't, you could always get better by playing shinny and, work on your hands and your skating. And I think that was probably the biggest thing that helped me out growing up in Minnesota.
I'd say probably the greatest memory for me in my youth hockey days was actually a season-end banquet. I think it was my second year playing goalie, and I actually met Dominic Hasek. His son played in the same organization. He's a couple years younger than me, and he stood in line, talked to my dad. Mostly I was way too shy to talk to him when I was little, but it was really great to meet a hockey legend at that age and just kind of see how he conducted himself in public. It was a great experience.
I think just all the coaches that have taught me everything I know, playing with all my friends back home, growing up, those are kind of fond memories to me.
Having, just being there with my best friends, guys that I'm still best friends with when I go back home. We're still hanging out every day together, and seeing my parents getting up early in the morning, buying the Timbits at 6 in the morning at Tim Hortons, and seeing my sister run around with a slush puppy, and that's what it was. It was just, we didn't really know it was going to come out to this and being a pro hockey player at some point, but it was just for the fun, and it was good to have everyone in it together.
Oh, when I was a kid, I guess the long road trips with my mom or my dad, staying in the hotel rooms, helping me get dressed, all that kind of thing. And you don't think about it then, but now that I'm older and I see the sacrifices they've made every weekend, going to Toronto and Chicago and driving, and back then I'm a kid, I'm having a great time, I don't care, but that's the biggest memory for me.
Yeah, I think it was getting up at 5 in the morning with my dad. I remember getting up at 5 and or maybe 6, and we have to be on the ice at 6:30. So I got dressed at home, halfway, put my pants on and stuff like that, and just put my skates at the rink. I think that's a pretty nice moment. You wake up, it's still dark outside, and you just go to play hockey as a kid. It's fun, and I cherish that moment again.